Hello? Hello? Ah, please wait while we connect you to a representative. How long? Oh, hi. I wanted to ask you about. You've been put on hold. Hold! What the heck? I'm not gonna do this. I'm gonna do this. Like, seriously, how long must I wait? Don't you just hate it when you're made to wait for so long? Actually, if you think about it, doesn't God do that to us too? Make us wait longer than we want to? So the question is, how do we wait on God? There'll be people that tell you, He is an on time God. He isn't early and neither is He late. He's always on time. Question. Don't you think Lazarus would disagree? 4 days in the tomb and Jesus hasn't shown up. Oh, how about we ask Peter and the disciples? He waited until morning to show up while they were struggling in the storm. Or maybe ask Jairus and his daughter if he was there on time. On time, God? Really? Never late? Really? You see, the thing is, He is an on time God according to His watch. Not yours, nor mine. And His watch works without batteries. Obviously, because the technology there is grace powered. And so it's never slow or fast. It works perfectly. Hence, we know that timing is perfect. But it doesn't make sense right until the moment it comes. And the fact that it does not make sense, that suspense, makes it so much harder for us to wait. So that brings us back to our question for today. How do we wait on God? In order to ask that question, we need to answer two other questions before it. One, do you trust God? Imagine this, you're a parent and you just sent your daughter off to school. But you have a very important meeting this afternoon, one that cannot be skipped. You need someone to pick your child up. Now, there's a new joiner who has come into the office. Someone who you just met today for the first time. He hears about your situation and he offers to help. He said, he will go and pick your daughter up for you. Question. Do you trust him to do so? No, right? You do not know this person. Never spoke to him. Never seen him do anything. You just cannot trust him on a given word. So now, what I'm asking is, do you trust God? Do you know him? Have you spoken to him? Have you ever seen him do anything in your life? And if the answers to all of those is yes, and I really hope it is, then you should trust him. Is your faith strong enough that you can trust him with your life? All your life. Not just certain areas, but all of it. Everything that happens, you trust God. Here's a story for you. One night, a house caught fire, and a young boy was forced to flee the flames and get onto the roof. His father stood on the ground below and, with outstretched arms, calling to his son, "Jump, I'll catch you." But the boy was afraid. He couldn't see his father. All he could see was flames, smoke, and blackness. He was terrified. Still, his father kept yelling, "Jump, son, I will catch you." But the boy refused, crying, "Dad, I can't see you." His father replied, "It's okay, son, I can see you, and that's all that matters." And the boy jumped, and his father caught him. Are you trusting enough that even when you can't see God, you are ready to jump? Is His words enough for you to believe He is there for you in the midst of the fire? Oh, Calvin, if only He speaks to me. I would surely hear His voice and trust. I just need to hear Him. Then of course I'll put all my trust in Him. Oh, you want words, do you? All the words that you ever need. There's enough examples and promises and testimonies and guidances all here in the Word of God. Oh no, we don't want to read that. We just want to jump from kindergarten all the way to college without going through anything in between. Hello, take it slow. Start here. And trust me, this will be all you need. Everything else is a bonus. Okay, fine. First question done. Do you trust God? Okay. We now trust God. Next. Do you trust in His timing? Yeah, that's number 2. Do you trust in His timing? You see, when Jesus reached Lazarus, He had a conversation with Martha. Martha said to Jesus, Lord, if you had been here, my brother would have not died. But even now, I know that God will give you whatever you ask Him. Jesus said to her, your brother will rise again. Martha said to Him, I know that he will rise again in the resurrection on the last day. You see, Martha, she trusted Jesus. She goes on later to say, I believe that you are the Messiah. But did she trust in Jesus' timing? Because she says this. You see, most of us are the same. We have upgraded to a point where we trust God, but sometimes we just cannot understand His timing. And because of the lack of understanding, we fail to trust in the timing itself. Then we fail to wait on Him, resort to other things, give up, settle for less, take matters into our own hands. Like Abraham, remember? When God has just told us to wait. Some of us may be like, oh, that was Abraham, father of faith. If he couldn't trust in God's timing, then how can we? Hey, listen. These people were historical figures. They did great things we need to learn from. They also made some mega huge mistakes that we need to learn from. One of this is waiting on the Lord. Because otherwise you can even say, oh, Adam ate the apple from the forbidden tree. I can also eat. Oh, Solomon, the wisest man in the Old Testament, had hundreds of wives and concubines. Me too. I will also have. No. You cannot. Be faithful to the one that you have and be quiet. So what I'm saying is that we need to learn, and here today we need to learn to wait. Wait on His timing. No matter how long it takes, we need to trust that He is always brewing the best for us. And now, finally, let us get to the how. How do we wait on God? And that is our 1P for today. We have learned to trust in Him because we know Him by reading His Word. We have spoken to Him by spending time in prayer. We have seen Him do things by our testimonies. We have also learned to trust in His timing because we have seen that when He does things in His time, it's always the best. We know now that no matter how long we have to wait, when He does it in His time, it's going to be good. Now, since we have come so far, the next step on how we wait is position. What? Position? Yes, position. Positioning is super important when it comes to waiting on God. Let me explain. You see, there is a duck standing in the middle of a field. On one side, there's food, whatever ducks eat. Corn, wheat, bird seed, etc. On the other side, there's the duck's family, the little ducklings playing about. Now, you get to make the duck face in whatever position you want. Such power, right? Yeah. There's one piece of information you know though. The duck has diarrhea. Nasty. So he is not allowed to eat any food. For a while. Like a few hours at least. Now, which side do you make the duck face? I will give you a bit to answer that. Hard question. I mean, diarrhea ducks and all. Gosh, what a world. Okay, I'm sure that you all got it right. You face the duck, the little fella, towards his family. That way, he doesn't think about the food or his stomach pain. Instead, focuses and is content with something that is beautiful in his life. That is his family. You see, the position that the duck is in, the direction that he's facing, makes a world of a difference to his situation. He still has to wait for his sickness to go. He still has to wait for his stomach to heal. But he is not worried about it. He trusts that it will happen in due time. And while he waits, he is now positioned to the direction of happiness, keeping his mind focused on what's beautiful. What I'm trying to say here is, when you're waiting on God for something, the how to wait is by looking away. Looking away in complete trust that God will come through for you and that His timing is best. And while you wait, look away to the blessings in your life. Position yourself in a place of happiness and joy. Let your position be your solution to waiting. God has done wonderful things in our lives. God has put amazing people in our lives. God has been a loving God to each one of us. Let's look to those things and wait on Him. Be patient, be positioned, be blessed. Peace. Watching YouTube. No, I didn't call them ducks. No.